Mass migration is changing the landscape of cities worldwide, but some places are feeling the pressure more than others. In 2025, record-breaking numbers of immigrants have flooded into key urban centers, straining housing, public services, and infrastructure. Some cities are on the verge of collapse, while others are adapting at an unprecedented pace. In this video, we're uncovering the top 10 cities overcrowded by immigrants in 2025, with real data, shocking statistics, and the truth behind this global shift. Let's get started. 10. Toronto, Canada. Toronto has long been a top destination for immigrants, but in 2025, the numbers have reached critical levels. Canada's pro-immigration policies have led to a record 650,000 new permanent residents in 2024, with nearly 40% settling in Toronto. This has driven the average home price above $1.2 million, while rent for a one-bedroom apartment now exceeds $2,500 per month. The city's public transit and healthcare system are struggling to keep up, with emergency room wait times reaching 14 hours on average. Will Toronto be able to sustain this growth, or is a housing bubble on the horizon? 9. Dubai, UAE. Dubai is a city built by immigrants, with over 88% of its population being foreign-born. However, in 2025, the workforce surge, particularly from India, Pakistan, and the Philippines, has led to extreme overcrowding in labor camps and residential areas. Despite the UAE's high income opportunities, housing affordability has become a crisis, with rent prices rising by 27% year-over-year. The government has tightened visa restrictions to control the influx, but can they slow down a city that depends on foreign labor? 8. New York City, USA. New York has always been America's immigration capital, but the post-pandemic economic boom has attracted even more newcomers. Over 200,000 migrants arrived in the city in 2024 alone, overwhelming shelters and pushing affordable housing out of reach. With average rents soaring past $4,200 per month, thousands are living in temporary shelters, and the city has spent over $12 billion in migrant aid. Mayor Eric Adams has even called for federal intervention, warning that NYC is at a breaking point. 7. London, UK. London remains a top destination for global migration, but Brexit policies have complicated the landscape. Despite stricter work visa requirements, over 600,000 new immigrants settled in the UK in 2024, with the majority choosing London. The city's population is now over 9.7 million, pushing transport systems and the NHS to the brink. Rental costs have surged by 30% in just 2 years, making it nearly impossible for average workers to afford living in the capital. The question remains, how long can London sustain this growth? 6. Istanbul, Turkey. As a bridge between Europe and Asia, Istanbul has seen an unprecedented 1.2 million new arrivals since 2023, many fleeing war-torn regions like Syria and Afghanistan. With a total population now exceeding 17 million, the city is bursting at the seams. Traffic congestion is at record levels, and inflation has pushed basic goods out of reach for many. The Turkish government has imposed stricter immigration laws, but Istanbul remains a key transit hub for refugees heading to Europe. 5. Los Angeles, USA. Los Angeles has long been a hotspot for immigrants, but in 2025, the numbers have reached critical levels. California took in 400,000 new migrants in 2024, with many settling in LA, contributing to the city's worsening homelessness crisis. The median home price now stands at $880,000, and rental prices are among the highest in the nation. The city's school system is also struggling, with a 40% increase in non-English speaking students in just 2 years. Can LA handle the influx, or will the city's affordability crisis spiral out of control? 4. Paris, France. Paris has been a global immigration hub for decades, but in 2025, tensions are at an all-time high. France welcomed over 500,000 immigrants in 2024, with Paris absorbing the majority. This has led to a housing crunch, with rents increasing by 25% and social housing waiting lists growing longer. The rise of far-right political movements has also fueled anti-immigration protests, raising concerns about social stability in the years ahead. 3. São Paulo, Brazil. São Paulo has seen a dramatic surge in immigration, particularly from Venezuela, Haiti, and Africa. In 2024, Brazil granted asylum to over 400,000 refugees, with São Paulo absorbing most of them. The city's favelas are expanding at an alarming rate, and crime rates have spiked by 15%, largely due to economic desperation. Despite Brazil's relatively open immigration policies, social services are struggling to provide for the growing population. 2. Jakarta, Indonesia. Jakarta, already one of the world's most densely populated cities, has become even more overcrowded in 2025. The city has taken in 800,000 new migrants in the past 2 years, mostly from rural Indonesia and neighboring countries like Myanmar and Bangladesh. With 10 million residents in the metro area and severe flooding problems, the Indonesian government is pushing forward with its plan to relocate the capital to Nusantara. However, Jakarta remains the economic heart of the country, and the overcrowding crisis continues to escalate. 1. Mexico City, Mexico. At number 1, Mexico City has seen the largest immigrant surge in 2025. With over 1.5 million new arrivals, the city's population has now surpassed 22 million. Many migrants are from Central America, fleeing economic hardship and cartel violence, while others are Americans seeking lower living costs due to the U.S. affordability crisis. The surge has led to rising housing costs, increased traffic congestion, and public service overload. The government is struggling to balance economic growth with sustainable urban planning, making Mexico City the most overcrowded immigrant destination of 2025. Conclusion. Mass migration is shaping the world like never before, and these 10 cities are feeling the impact the most. While immigration fuels economies and cultures, rapid population surges also bring major challenges. How do you think these cities will handle their growing numbers? Will governments find solutions, or will overcrowding lead to further crises? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more eye-opening videos.